I'm Brittany.
And this is Out of the Loop.
Hey. Right?
Your own individual right that you want, because family and houses and sometimes those things take other people and counterparts together, and like that's a whole other thing in itself.
But I still feel like people, they start comparing that thing. They start being like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
oh, well, here I am, and I don't have these things. It's like, but it's okay. Whatever your goals are, your goals. You can't sit here and be looking over here. If Brittany has all these things going on, I can't sit back and be like, damn, well, Brittany's 29 and I'm 29. Like,
yeah.
Oh, she got. It's really like that to me. That's unhealthy. To be sitting here, it's like we were talking about the other day. This competitiveness amongst friends and families, healthy. Where it's like, oh, I see you, sis. Yes, like I'm rooting for you. Mm-hmm. You know what? Cool. Let me get on that level too.
Right.
Versus being in a sunken place.
Right.
Versus playing that like, oh my God, like I don't have these things
and I'll never have it because
I'll never get it. And I'm already 30, so it's probably
and sometimes
too late.
It's not even about going after that thing, even in that moment. I guess that's really what I was trying to get at, like on individual spaces. It's like, because there are some things that your friends and family may have that you're not about to get immediately, no matter what you change.
Right.
And you have to be comfortable with that.
Right.
And know that you're meant to be focused on what you got to focus on right now, which may be 1,000% different than the person next to you, and that's okay.
Right.
Like that's absolutely okay. Stay in your lane. Like for real. Stay in your lane. And I guess for me, like I think the littlest things that you can do is like, okay, say you want to meditate more, or you want to like take some time or figure out how to get into meditating. Mm-hmm. Learn how to take a minute a day to yourself.
Yes.
That is a step in the direction of being able to meditate for an hour a day.
Yep.
You may not realize it now, but I guess in terms of overall health, for me, one of the things that I used to do in terms of like learning how to meditate at the same time was running. And I would meditate while I ran, because meditating while I ran would help me focus on running, because I would, instead of focusing on how far I had to go.
Yeah, like the end goal. Now it's you're focusing on the running, the action itself.
I'm focusing on the fact that I'm running, or look how far I've came,
mm-hmm.
or like just I would find something to put my focus on that would take my focus on, oh my God, I have so much further to go. So
right.
That act is actually meditating. It's actually you focusing on one thing and staying so focused on that thought that you allow whatever revelations or whatever to come to you through focusing on it. Meditating, you should be focused on nothing, essentially, I guess, when you're meditating, but that nothing while running helped me, because I'm not focused on not getting to how far I wanted to run and having to walk the rest of the way, because I was focused on the fact that I had so much further to go. When I focused more on the nothingness of the run, then it made it a lot easier. So, and don't get me wrong, because I backslid a lot in terms of my running regimen. So now I got to get back into that again. And I got to take little steps to get back into that again. So, some of the little steps I've been taking over the past several weeks is like, okay, maybe I'll run, down the street like a couple of blocks and around, and I'll come back.
Yep.
It's not the mile that I used to do, but it's like almost, I don't know, a little bit over half a mile, whatever. Then I'll, take it up to trying to get a couple of blocks further than that. And I'll make a new goal until, I feel like I can comfortably stretch it even way, way further than that, and make it back in time to do other stuff that I want to do, because I can't be running all day. But, but it's realistic. It's not to say that because I haven't ran in a couple of years that I'll never run again.
Right.
And it's not to say because I never ran a whole marathon yet that I'll never get there.
Right.
Because I wanted to run a whole marathon by now, and I haven't gotten there. But the main reason why I haven't gotten there is because every time I backslide, I make excuses why I can't take that run around the block. It's only a couple of minutes. Like only a couple of minutes out of my day, but I make excuses. So I guess that's like the other point that I kind of want to get on is like, don't make excuses to take little steps towards your health.
And also, to add to that, I find that I'm a person that's like, I'm a person that, okay, I want to do this, but let me just make sure it's perfect first. So let me just make sure I got this and this and this, because I can't.
Which to me is an excuse.
Right, but or a form, whatever, however you want.
A form of excuse.
Yeah, And I find that I'm like, okay, I want a journal, but you know what? I need the right notebook, and then I like this particular pen, and you know what? I don't actually. It's probably gonna take too long. Let me just. It doesn't even have to be that deep, you know. If you like, I like writing. I love writing. I write poetry. I love writing. I always have, and I find that it's crazy that I've been so disconnected from it, but it's a crucial part of my health. It's a crucial part of my health regimen. It is. It's like something. It's a release for me. It feels good. Like me, the pen and the paper are like, you know, we're one. And I think it's so crazy that it took me so long to really just start writing again. It's like I could literally be sitting there the same way that you're sitting on Instagram, the same way that I'm scrolling on my phone. I could literally put my phone down, go get my little journal, and write. And that's it. It doesn't have to be like, okay, at 9 o'clock, this is what I'm going to do. It doesn't have to be any of those things. If you want to set a time aside, that's totally fine, but you don't have to. If you want to do it, you can do it. You know, if you, unless you have a hectic schedule, and I get that, you know, sometimes you got to figure out where you can fit it in. That's totally fine. But, you know, there's just like she said, it's an excuse no matter what. And it's really, in order for you to become the optimal health
version of yourself.
Yeah,
really.
And where you want to be.
And again, yourself. Not an optimal version.
I'm trying to be the optimal version of Tamara as Brittany.
Right. No.
No, that doesn't work.
Optimal version.
That's
of
why
Brittany.
you.
And you.
You know? So.
It works.
But yeah, that's episode 2 in a nutshell. It's about your health. You guys need to take care of yourself in every regard.